Joinman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is in 19th position and trailing behind Eldervo67 also from Team Lunar in 18th position. Safety car is currently entering the pits and is sitting in 42nd position. Finally, Hugged03 from Team Navgum Kings is currently sitting comfortably in 3rd position. Jesus from Team Eager Works was in 2nd place but lost their position to Hugged03 from Team Navgum Kings. Meanwhile, Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 5th position and A40 from Team Underdogs is currently in 4th. We've got Hugged03 from Navgum Kings currently in 2nd place and A40 from Underdogs team currently in 4th place. That's the current standings for those drivers. We've got Hugged03 from Team Navgum Kings in 2nd place, A40 from Team Underdogs is currently 4th. We also have Krish00 from Team Eager Works in 6th place and Andrea Labrera is sitting at position 8. That's where we stand right now. Currently A40 from Team Underdogs is in position 4, trailing just 0.4 seconds behind Jesus from Team Eager Works in position 3. Hugged03 from Team Navgum Kings is holding onto position 2. A40 is still in position 4, now closer to Jesus, just 0.2 behind. And finally, Drin1 is currently in position 9, closely behind Andrea Labrera in position 8. There has been some movement in the race with Degus currently in 13th place, just behind V4L3 and A from Team Is That a Podium. Meanwhile, Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports has moved up to 6th place, overtaking Lacroix from Team Blast in the process. Currently, Lacroix is trailing behind Shahashi in the race. Lacroix from Team Blast made a successful pass on Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports for position 5. A40 from Team Underdogs is now in position 4 and is trailing Jesus from Team Eager Works in position 3 by 0.4 seconds. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 6th place and is leading Krish00 from Team Eager Works, who is in 7th, by 0.3 seconds. Finally, Buxizro is in position 10 and is ahead of Luke Runs in position 11 by 0.5 seconds. Bribibo said, "Been a while, how is everyone doing?" Hey there, Bribibo. It's good to have you back. We're all doing great here at the moment, thanks for asking. How about you? How's everything on your end? We have Andrea Abrera in 8th position, trailing Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports in 7th by only 0.3 seconds. Drin 1 is currently in 9th and has a best lap time of 3:09.797, 10.651 off the fastest lap time. A Gamer 321 from Team Triple BOOP Engineering is also entering the pits in 41st position. Conversely, Okyoki 3 has already entered the pits and is currently in 40th position. Finally, Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports remains in 7th with Andrea Abrera pursuing closely behind in 8th position, lagging behind by just 0. Drin 1 moved up to 9th while Andrea Abrera is now in 8th place. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 7th place with a best lap of 3:08.043, which is 8.897 off the fastest lap. A Gamer 321 from Team Triple BOOP Engineering has just exited the pits and is in position 41. Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium is currently sitting at 15th place. Drin 1 is currently trailing behind Andrea Abrera by 0.2 seconds in the 9th position. Cedric from Team MD Racing is currently in 18th position, trailing behind 10K Manin 704 in 17th. Sputnik NZ of Team for 20 is in 28th. And is 0.4 seconds behind Duff Dad from Team MD Racing in 27th. R40 from Team Underdogs is currently sitting in 4th place, following closely behind Jesus from Team Eager Works in 3rd. Finally, Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is in 7th place and 0.4 seconds behind Krish 00 from Team Eager Works, who is in 6th. R40 from Team Underdogs is currently in 4th position, with a best lap time of 2:49.874, which is 1.564 seconds off the fastest lap time. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 7th position and is trailing Krish 00 from Team Eager Works in 6th position by 0.4 seconds. Additionally, R40 is also 0.4 seconds behind Jesus from Team Eager Works, who is currently in 3rd position. We have Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports currently in 7th place with a best lap time of 2:55.513, 7.203 seconds off the fastest lap. Buxizro is trailing behind Drin 1 in 10th place. And we also have R40 from Team Underdogs in 4th place, just half a second behind Jesus from Team Eager Works in 3rd place. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports, driving a Mercedes-Benz, is currently in 7th place, closing in on Krish 00 from Team Eager Works in 6th place. R40 from Team Underdogs is currently in 4th place, just 0.4 seconds behind Jesus from Team Eager Works, who's in 3rd position. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 7th place and is also 0.4 seconds behind Krish 00 from Team Eager Works, who's in 6th position. Kevin is ahead of Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 22nd and 21st position respectively, while Luke Runs has moved up to the 10th position after passing Buxizro. The 4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is currently in position 12, with a 0.1 second gap behind Buxizro in position 11. R40 from Team Underdogs is currently holding 4th place, trailing Jesus from Team Eager Works in position 3 by 0.3 seconds. Shahashi from Lunar Motorsports is in 7th place, trailing Krish 00 from Team Eager Works in position 6 by 0.4 seconds. That's the latest update on the race so far. Hey. Welcome to the stream, everyone. I see we have some awesome subscribers in the house. A big shout out and thank you to Raddy0 Active Evixen for subscribing at the 1 tier. You rock? Let's have some fun watching these racing cars driven by artificial intelligence tear up the virtual track. We've got Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports sitting at position 7, trailing behind Krish 00 from Team Eager Works in position 6. Meanwhile, R40 from Team Underdogs is in 4th place, closely following Jesus from Team Eager Works in position 3. Additionally, we've got Luke Runs in 10th place, trying to make up ground on Drin 1 in position 9. And finally, Sabine 27 from Team Blast is currently in position 14 and chasing after Degus in position 13. We see that Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is in 7th place with a best lap of 2:51.104, 3.20 for seconds of the fastest lap. Sabine 27 from Team Blast is currently in 14th position, trailing Degus in 13th place by 0.3 seconds. R40 from Team Underdogs is behind Jesus from Team Eager Works, who is currently in 3rd place, by 0.5 seconds in 4th position. Finally, Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium is in 15th position, trailing Sabine 27 from Team Blast in 14th place by 0.4 seconds. We have Justice for Wisp in 21st place, just behind Kevin. V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is fighting for 11th place, currently behind Buck Sizero. Sabine 27 from Team Blast is in 14th place, trying to catch up to Degus, who is in 13th. Sputnik NZ from Team 420 is in 27th place, chasing Duff Dad from Team MD Racing in 26th place. And we have Luke Runs in 10th place, trying to make up ground on Drin 1 in 9th place, with Luke Runs being 0.8 seconds faster on the last lap. Buck Sizero is currently 12th, trailing behind V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium in position 11. Luke Runs is driving a Nissan and currently holds position 10, but with a 0.5 second gap from Drin 1, who's in position 9. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is at position 7, closely following Krish 00 from Team Eager Works in position 6. And finally, Buck Sizero is still holding on to 12th position, falling back by 0.5 seconds from V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium in position 11. Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium moved up from 15th to 14th, while Luke Runs is currently in 10th place and chasing Drin 1. Buck Sizero is in 12th place and is just over 4 seconds off the fastest lap. Sidriq from Team MD Racing is in 18th place and is trying to close the gap on 10K Manin 704 in 17th position. And finally, Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is in 22nd place, trailing Justice for Wisp by 0.3 seconds. Cedric from Team MD Racing is in position 18, and his best lap time so far is 2:54.352, which is 7.00 seconds off the fastest lap. Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is in position 22 with a best lap time of 2:55.496, which is 8.148 seconds off the fastest lap. Drin1 is currently in 9th position and is only 0.2 seconds behind Andrea Labrera in 8th position, while Dovdad from Team MD Racing is in 27th position, 0.3 seconds behind Eldevo67 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 26th position. Luke Runs is currently in 10th place, trailing behind Drin1 in position 9. Andrea Labrera is in 9th place, 0.4 seconds behind Drin1. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is sitting at 7th place and is currently 0.5 seconds behind Krish00 from Team Ego Works, who is in 6th place. Cedric from Team MD Racing is in 18th place, leading Kokubai 90 from Team Ego Works in 19th place by 0.3 seconds. Finally, just to reiterate, Luke Runs is now in 10th place, trailing Andrea Labrera by 0.2 seconds. Thank you so much Raddy0 ActiveVixen for the generous 2,500 bits. Your support means a lot to me and helps me continue doing what I love. Let's keep cheering on these R-driven racing cars and see which one comes out on top. We've got our 40 from Team Underdogs in 4th place, driving a Vector and trailing just behind Jesus from Team Ego Works in 3rd. Meanwhile, Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is in 7th place, following closely behind Krish00 from Team Ego Works in 6th. Luke Runs is currently in 9th place, with a slight gap between him and Drin1 in 8th. And bringing up the back of the pack, we have Kevin in 20th place, chasing Cedric from Team MD Racing in 19th, with Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports not too far behind in 22nd place, and trailing Justice for Wisp in 21st. R40 said, "Hey Amy," without naming the drivers, list the cars in current fastest lap order. The cars in current fastest lap order, as of now, are the Nissan R390, the Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR, the Vector W8, the Ford GT90, and the Pagani Zonda C12. R40 from Team Underdogs is currently in 4th place and is 0.3 seconds behind Jesus from Team Ego Works in 3rd. Krish00 from Team Ego Works is in 6th place, trailing Lacroix from Team Blast by 0.2 seconds. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is holding onto 7th place, half a second behind Krish00. Luke Runs is currently in 9th place and is trailing Drin1 in 8th by 0.2 seconds. Lastly, Neo Texum from Team Navgum Kings is in 31st place with the best lap time of 3:04.462, which is 17.226 seconds slower. Krish00 from Team Ego Works is currently in 6th place, trailing 0.3 seconds behind Lacroix from Team Blast in 5th place. Last lap, Krish00 was 0.9 seconds faster than the previous lap. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 7th place, 0.5 seconds behind Krish00 in 6th place. MD162 said, who is in 40p. Unfortunately, nobody is currently in 40P as only 41 cars are listed in the current standings. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 7th position, trailing behind Krish00 from Team Eager Works by 0.4 seconds. Krish00 is currently in 6th place, with a 0.2 second lead over Shahashi. Meanwhile, Lacroix from Team Blast is currently sitting in 5th place, with Krish00 following behind at a distance of 0.4 seconds. Sabine 27 from Team Blast is in 13th place and trailing behind Bucksizero, who's in 12th. Meanwhile, Krish00 from Team Eager Works is currently in 6th place and giving a tough chase to Lacroix from Team Blast in 5th. Krish00 is driving a Mercedes-Benz right now. V4L3NA from Team is currently 11th and is trailing behind Andrea Labrera, who is currently in 10th place. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is doing well, currently sitting in 7th place and is 0.4 seconds behind Krish00 from Team Eager Works, who is in 6th position. Speaking of Krish00, they are 0.5 seconds behind Lacroix from Team Blast, who is in 5th place. Lastly, Sabine 27 from Team Blast is currently in the 13th position and is 0.5 seconds behind Bucksizero, who is in 12th place. Krish00 from Team Eager Works is currently 6th, behind Lacroix from Team Blast in 5th position. Sabine 27 from Team Blast is currently in 13th place, behind Bucksizero in 12th place. Also, Andrea Labrera is trailing Drin 1 in 9th position, but was almost a second faster last lap. Lastly, Krish00 from Team Eager Works is only 0.2 seconds behind Lacroix from Team Blast in 5th place. Shahashi from Lunar Motorsports is in position 7, trailing behind Krish00 from Team Eager Works, who is in position 6. Lacroix from Team Blast holds the 5th position with Krish00 just 0.2 seconds behind. V4L3NA from Team is that a podium is currently in position 11 and has a best lap of 2:51.682, 5.366 seconds slower than the fastest lap. Finally, MD162 from Team MD Racing is in 2nd place and is 0.4 seconds behind Hugt03 from Team NAF Gum Kings, who currently sits in position 1. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 5th position, having overtaken Lacroix from Team Blast. Lacroix is now in 6th position, with Luke Runs behind him in 7th place. Meanwhile, Krish00 from Team Eager Works is in 8th position, with V4L3NA from Team is that a podium just behind Andrea Labrera in 10th position. We have Krish00 from Team Eager Works in 7th position, followed closely by Lacroix from Team Blast in 6th. Luke Runs is right behind them in 8th position. Meanwhile, V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is currently sitting in 11th place, with Andrea Labrera just ahead in 10th. It's definitely a close race so far. Buxisro is currently in 12th position, with their best lap time being 5.329 seconds off the fastest lap. Luke Runs is currently in 8th position, just 0.3 seconds behind Krish00 from Team Eager Works in 7th. Luke Runs managed to gain 5.3 seconds on their last lap. Meanwhile, Buxisro is also 0.3 seconds behind Andrea Labrera in 11th place. Finally, Krish00 from Team Eager Works is also just 0.3 seconds behind Luke Runs. That's the current situation on the track. Pedro Berger is currently in 22nd position and is 0.3 seconds ahead of Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 23rd position. Krish00 from Team Eager Works is in 9th place, trailing behind Drin1 in 8th position by 0.3 seconds. Sabine27 from Team Blast is currently in 13th position, with Buxisro in 12th position, and the two battling it out for the spot. Pedro Berger's fastest lap time is 2:56.078, currently sitting 9.762 seconds behind the leading lap time. Buxisro lost position 12 to Sabine27 from Team Blast, while Sabine27 is currently 12th and 0.2 seconds behind Andrea Labrera in position 11. Fafamaker from Team Navgum Kings is currently lagging behind at position 18 with a deficit of 0.3 seconds from Kevin in position 17. Krish00 from Team Eager Works is currently 9th and 0.3 seconds behind Drin1 in position 8. Lastly, Bobardo from Team Blast passed D Factor from Team Triple BOOP Engineering for position 34. Krish00 from Team Eager Works is currently in 9th position, just ahead of V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium in 10th. Krish00 is driving a Mercedes-Benz and maintaining his position with a lead of 0.4 seconds over V4L3NA. We just saw V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium and Krish00 from Team Eager Works battling it out for the 9th position, with V4L3NA being quicker last lap. Meanwhile, Buxisro has entered the pits while in 14th position. Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium is currently in 13th position, closely followed by Andrea Labrera in 12th. Buxisro is now back on the track after exiting the pits in 14th place. Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is still trailing behind in 23rd position. We just saw Buxisro entering the pits while in 14th position. Meanwhile, Gary710 from Team for 20 is trailing behind Amin San from Team Navgum Kings in 28th position, with only 0.4 seconds separating them. In addition, Obelixamarx is also trying to catch up to Neo Texum from Team Nafgum Kings in 31st position by 0.4 seconds. Finally, Justice for Wisp has also made its way to the pits and is currently holding the 24th position. Drin 1 is currently in 8th position, trailing behind Luke Runs, who is holding the 7th position. Meanwhile, MYST149 is at the 36th position and trying to catch up, with D-Factor from Team Triple BOOP Engineering positioned at 35. V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is placed at the 10th position, just 0.5 seconds behind Krish00 from Team Eager Works in position 9, and was 3.0 seconds faster than the previous lap. Additionally, Buxizro just exited the pits and is positioned at 22, while Indriala Brera is holding the 13th position. Justice for Wisp has exited the pits and is currently in position 26. V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is in 10th place, trailing behind Krish00 from Team Eager Works in 9th. 10K Manine 704 is currently in 18th position, closely behind Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings in 17th. Lastly, Sidriq from Team MD Racing is in 19th place, trailing behind 10K Manine 704 in 18th. We have 10K Manine 70 for driving a Pagani currently at position 18, with Sidriq from Team MD Racing trailing at position 19. In other parts of the race, we have V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium at position 10 chasing Krish00 from Team Eager Works in position 9. Meanwhile, 10K Manine 704 is trying to catch up and overtake Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings, who is currently sitting at position 17. And finally, Sidriq from Team MD Racing is trying to catch up with 10K Manine 704 in position 18. Drin 1 is currently in 8th place, 0.4 behind Luke Runs, who is in position 7. Neo Texum from Team Nafgum Kings is in 30th position, 0.3 behind Randantixakunt in position 29. Obelixamarx is currently in 31st position, 0.5 behind Neo Texum from Team Nafgum Kings in position 30. Neo Texum from Team Nafgum Kings is in position 30, 0.4 behind Randantixakunt in position 29. Lastly, 10K Manine 704 is currently in 18th position, 0.4 behind Fafamaker from Team Naf. Drin 1 is in 8th position and is trailing Luke Runs by 0.4 seconds. Neo Texum from Team Nafgum Kings is ahead of Obelixamarx in 31st position by 0.2 seconds. 10K Manine 704 is currently in the 18th position and is 7.806 seconds slower than the fastest lap. And lastly, Drin 1 remains in 8th position. Okyoki 3 and A40 just made pit stops while they were in 36th and 4th positions respectively. After the pit stops, A40 from Team Underdogs moved up to 6th position. Meanwhile, Drin 1 is currently trailing Luke Runs by 0.2 seconds in the 7th position. V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is trying to overtake Krish00 from Team Eager Works for the 9th position. Meanwhile, Okyoki3 has just entered the pits in 36th position. R40 from Team Underdogs is currently in 6th place, while Drexy01 from Team Eager Works is keeping a decent lead ahead of Eldervo67 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 24th position. V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is currently in 9th position. Sidriq from Team MD Racing is currently in the 19th position. Okyoki3 just left the pits and is now in position 39, while R40 from Team Underdogs is entering the race in the 15th position. Obalikesamarks is currently in 31st position, 0.3 seconds ahead of Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports in position 32. V4L3NA from Team is currently in 9th place, behind Krish00 from Team Eager Works who is holding position 8. Lacroix from Team Blast is in 5th place, trailing behind Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports who is in 4th place. And finally, Drin1 is currently in 7th place, followed closely by Luke Runs in the 6th position with Krish00 from Team Eager Works bringing up the rear in 8th place. Currently Lacroix from Team Blast is in 5th place, trailing 0.4 seconds behind Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports in position 4. Drin1 is in 7th place, 0.4 seconds behind Luke Runs in position 6. And Krish00 from Team Eager Works is in 8th place, also 0.4 seconds behind Drin1 in position 7. That's the current situation on the racing track. We just saw V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium move up from position 9 to position 8, currently behind Drin1 in position 7. Meanwhile, 10K704 is currently in position 18, closely trailing for FanMaker from Team Nafgum Kings in position 17. And finally, Drin1 is currently in position 7, trailing Luke Runs in position 6. Buxisro is currently in 23rd position, trailing behind Sputnik NZ from Team for 20 who's in 22nd. Meanwhile, Krish00 from Team Eager Works is sitting in 9th place and is just 0.4 behind V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium in 8th place. Lastly, Drin1 driving a Nissan is in 7th position and is currently chasing Luke Runs who's in 6th place. TenKamanine704 just entered the pits while currently in 19th position. Meanwhile, Krish00 from Team Eager Works is chasing after V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium who is in 8th place and was 0.6 seconds faster last lap. Additionally, V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is trailing Drin1 who is in 7th place by 0.3 seconds. And that's where we stand at the moment. V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is holding onto position 8, with a gap of 0.5 ahead of Krish00 from Team Eager Works in position 9. Meanwhile, Eldervo67 from Team Lunar Motorsports has gone into the pits and re-entered in position 24. R40 from Team Underdogs is currently in 16th position, with a narrow gap of 0.4 behind Kevin in position 15. Lastly, 10K704 has exited the pits and is now sitting in position 26. We just saw 10K Manine 704 enter the pits and exit in 25th position. Krish00 from Team Ego Works is currently in 9th place, while V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is in 8th position and is just 0.3 seconds behind Shrin 1 in 7th place. Now, V4L3NA is holding onto 8th position with a lead of 0.3 seconds ahead of Krish00 in 9th place. We have Krish00 from Team Ego Works in position 9 with a best lap of 2:49.189, followed closely by V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium in position 8. Eldavo67 from Team Lunar Motorsports just exited the pits in position 28. R40 from Team Underdogs is currently in position 16, while Sabine27 from Team Blast is in 10th place, trailing behind V4L3NA by 0.4 seconds. Luke Runs is currently in 7th position, trailing behind Dren 1 in 6th place by 0.3. Meanwhile, V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is in 9th place, 0.3 behind Krish00 from Team Ego Works in 8th position. Luke Run's best lap so far is 2:49.473, which is 3.157 seconds behind the fastest lap. Lastly, V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is at 0.5 seconds behind Krish00 from Team Ego Works. We have Luke Runs in 7th place, currently trailing Drin 1 who holds position 6. Team Ego Works Krish00 is in 8th place, with a 0.4 second lead over V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium who holds position 9. Notably, Krish00 was 0.7 seconds faster on the last lap. And finally, Luke Runs holds onto 7th place, ahead of Krish00 by 0.3 seconds. We just saw Drin 1 maintaining their position in 7th place and also keeping a slight lead of 0.4 seconds ahead of Krish00 from Team Ego Works in 8th place. Meanwhile, V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is not far behind in 9th place, trailing Krish00 by just 0.2 seconds. And we also witnessed Obelixamax entering the pits while currently in 33rd position. We have Sabine27 from Team Blast in 9th position, closely followed by V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium in 10th. Meanwhile, R40 from Team Underdogs is in 16th place, trying to catch up to Kevin in 15th. We have 10K Manine 704 in 27th place, just behind Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings in 26th. Meanwhile, R40 from Team Underdogs is trailing Kevin in 15th place by 0.3 seconds. Obelixamax just exited the pits and is currently in 36th position. Lastly, Buxizro is hot on the heels of Sputnik NZ from Team for 20 in 21st place. We just saw Obelixamax make a pit stop and rejoin the race in the same position. Kevin is currently in 16th place and Krish00 from Team Ego Works is in 8th, trying to catch up to Drin 1 who is in 7th. Sputnik NZ from Team for 20 just entered the pits while 10K Manine 704 is behind Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings. Krish00 from Team Eager Works is currently in 8th position, driving a Mercedes-Benz, and is only 0.4 seconds behind Drin1 in 7th place. 10K Manine 704 is in 27th position, and is trailing Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings by 0.2 seconds, with Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings having been 9.7 seconds faster on their last lap. Kevin just exited the pits and is in 22nd position. And again, Krish00 from Team Eager Works is currently sitting in 8th position. We have Krish00 from Team Eager Works currently in position 8 and trailing behind Drin1 in position 7. Kevin just exited the pits and is now in position 22. V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is in position 10 and trying to catch up to Sabine 27 from Team Blast in position 9, who was 1.9 seconds faster on the last lap. Lastly, Sputnik NZ from Team for 20 just exited the pits and is now in position 27. Sidriq from Team MD Racing is currently in the 17th position, trailing behind Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings who's in 16th place. And we have 10K Manine 70 for driving a Pagani, and currently in 26th position, just a fraction of a second behind Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings in position 25. Lastly, Krish00 from Team Eager Works is currently 8th on the leaderboard, with just 0.5 seconds behind Drin1 in 7th position. V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is in 9th place, followed closely by Sabine 27 from Team Blast in 10th place. On the other hand, 10K Manine 704 is in 26th place, trailing behind Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings in 25th position. Krish00 from Team Eager Works is currently in 8th position, trailing behind Drin1 who's in 7th. Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently at 18th place and is 0.5 seconds behind Sidriq from Team MD Racing at 17th position. D-Factor from Team Triple BOOP Engineering is at 34th place, trailing behind a Gamer 321 from the same team at 33rd place, with a Gamer 321 being faster by 7.8 seconds on the previous lap. Krish00 from Team Eager Works is currently in 8th position, trailing behind Drin1 in 7th place by 0.4 seconds. Meanwhile, Sidriq from Team MD Racing is in 17th place and is behind Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings by 0.4 seconds in 16th place. Justice for Wisp is currently in 41st position, following Peput who is in 40th position by 0.5 seconds. Lastly, Krish00 from Team Eager Works improved their lap time by 0.7 seconds compared to the last lap. Sidriq from Team MD Racing is trailing behind Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings in position 16. V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is close behind Drin1 in position 8 and was much faster last lap. Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is trying to catch up to Sidriq from Team MD Racing in position 17 after a very fast last lap. while Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings is just a hair behind Sputnik NZ from Team for 20 in position 26. Justice for Wisp is currently in 40th position driving a Ferrari, and trailing Maniac 00713 who is in 39th place. Meanwhile, Krish00 from Team Eager Works is in 7th place and just half a second behind Luke Runs in 6th place. Kevin is currently in 23rd position, trailing behind Duff Dad from Team MD Racing by 0.3 seconds who was 10.9 seconds faster on the last lap. Meanwhile, Bucks Isro is in 20th position, following Pedro Berger by 0.5 seconds and managed to improve their speed by 4.0 seconds on the last lap. V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is currently in 9th position and is 0.5 seconds behind Drin 1 in 8th place. They are closely followed by Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports who is in 18th place and is only 0.3 seconds behind Sidriq from Team MD Racing in 17th place. Bucks Isro is in 20th place, trailing behind Pedro Berger in 19th place by 0.2 seconds. R40 from Team Underdogs is in 15th place, slightly behind Degus in 14th place. And a Gamer 321 from Team Triple BOOP Engineering has just entered the pits and is currently in 33rd place. Currently we have Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 17th place with Sidriq from Team MD Racing closely behind in 18th. Bucks Isro is trailing behind in 20th place behind Pedro Berger in 19th. In the last few moments, Sidriq from Team MD Racing overtook Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports, placing them in the 17th position. We've got Drin 1 trying to catch up to Krish00 from Team Eager Works in position 7. Andrea Labrera is also on the move, trying to overtake Sabine 27 from Team Blast in position 10 while driving a Pagani. Meanwhile, a Gamer 321 from Team Triple BOOP Engineering has just exited the pits in position 37. Lastly, Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is also trying to move up the ranks and gain ground on Sidriq from Team MD Racing in position 17. We have Bucks Isro in 20th, trailing behind Pedro Berger in position 19. A Gamer 321 from Team Triple BOOP Engineering just came out of the pits and is now settling in at position 38. Meanwhile, Krish00 from Team Eager Works is doing pretty well and currently sits in 7th place, followed closely by Drin 1 in 8th position. And that's where we stand at the moment. We have Drin 1 in position 8, who was 0.7 seconds faster than Krish00 from Team Eager Works in position 7 on the last lap. Speaking of Krish 00, they are currently trailing behind Luke Runs in position 6 by 0.3 seconds. Meanwhile, Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is trying to catch up to Cedric from Team MD Racing in position 17, with only a difference of 0.4 seconds. Lastly, Drin 1 remains behind Krish 00 from Team Ego Works in position 7 by 0.4 seconds. That's the recap for now. There have been some changes in position lately. Okyoki 3 is currently ahead of MYST 1 for 9 by 0.2 seconds in positions 34 and 35 respectively. Andrea Abrera entered the pits as 12th but managed to pass Trashboy from Team, getting her up to 11th. However, she has just entered the pits again at that same position. Koki by 90 from Team Ego Works is now 12th. Drin 1 is currently in 7th position, but was faster than Luke Run's last lap. Krish 00 from Team Ego Works is not far behind in 8th place. On the other hand, Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is still trailing behind in 19th place, with Pedro Berger closely following in 20th. Andrea Abrera just exited the pits in 20th place, while Pedro Berger is currently in 19th. Krish 00 from Team Ego Works is trying to make up time, and is currently in 8th place, but is 0.3 seconds behind Drin 1 in 7th place. However, Drin 1 was much faster last lap with a 2.3 second lead. Lastly, we have Maniac 00713 who is entering the pits and currently in 40th place. Currently Krish 00 from Team Ego Works is in 8th position, with Drin 1 close behind in 7th and Luke Runs in 6th. Meanwhile, V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is trailing closely behind Krish 00 in 9th position. It's definitely a tight race at the moment. Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is trailing behind Buck's Row in position 17 by just 0.5 seconds. Maname Peter is currently in position 38 and not far behind a Gamer 321 from Team Triple BOOP Engineering in position 37. Maniac 00713 just got back on the track from the pits in position 41, and Drin 1 is holding steady in 7th place. Let's do a quick recap of what just happened. Maniac 00713 entered the pits and is now back on the track in position 41. Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is ahead of Pedro Berger in position 19. Drin 1 is currently in 7th place. And V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is behind Krish 00 from Team Ego Works in position 8. That's the latest update from the racing simulator, folks. Drin 1 is currently in 7th position, with a 0.5 second gap behind Luke Runs in 6th place. However, Drin 1 was 0.5 seconds faster than Luke Runs on the last lap. Meanwhile, V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is currently in 9th place, 0.4 seconds behind Krish 00 from Team Ego Works in 8th place. Notably, V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium was 2.1 seconds faster than Krish 00 from Team Ego Works on the previous lap. Drin 1 is currently in 7th place, just 0.3 behind Luke Runs, who is currently in 6th position. Meanwhile, Krish00 from Team Eager Works is holding onto the 8th position, with V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium trailing behind in 9th. Drin 1 and Krish00 from Team Eager Works are very close to each other, with Drin 1 ahead by only 0.4 seconds. Krish00 from Team Eager Works is currently in position 8, trailing 0.3 seconds behind Drin 1, who's in position 7. Pedro Berger is in position 19, and chasing Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports in position 18 with a gap of 0.4 seconds. Drin 1 is in position 7, closely following Luke Runs in position 6 with a gap of 0.5 seconds. V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is currently placed 9th on the track. On the track we saw V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium pass Krish00 from Team Eager Works for 8th place, while currently sitting in 9th place and trailing by just 0.3 seconds. Meanwhile, Pedro Berger is trying to catch up to Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports, who is sitting in position 18, with Pedro Berger currently in 19th place. And finally, Okyoki 3 has just entered the pits while in 33rd position. V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is currently in 9th place and trailing behind Krish00 from Team Eager Works in 8th place by half a second. Okyoki 3 is exiting the pits in position 33, while R40 from Team Underdogs has just passed Kokubai 90 from Team Eager Works for 12th position. And finally, V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is still holding strong in the 9th position. Obelixamarx has moved up to 35th place, just edging out MYST1 for 9. Meanwhile, Drin 1 is currently in 7th place and trying to close the gap on Luke Runs in 6th position. Finally, V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is currently in 9th place, 0.4 seconds behind Krish00 from Team Eager Works in 8th. We just saw Okyoki 3 exit the pits in position 37. Meanwhile, V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is in 9th position and was able to overtake Krish00 from Team Eager Works, who is now in 8th position. Drin 1 is in 7th position, trailing behind Luke Runs in 6th position. And that's where we stand at the moment. Drin 1 is currently in 7th position and is just half a second behind Luke Runs in 6th position. Meanwhile, V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is in 9th position and is only 0.2 seconds behind Krish00 from Team Eager Works in 8th position. Lastly, Obelixamarx is driving a Lamborghini and is currently in 34th position, just 0.4 seconds behind E-Factor from Team Triple BOOP Engineering in 33rd position. Krish00 from Team Eager Works is currently in 8th place, with Kokubai 90, also from Team Eager Works, about 0.4 seconds behind R40 from Team Underdogs, who's in 12th position. Sputnik NZ from Team for 20 is in 26th position and is 0.5 seconds behind Gary 710 from Team for 20, who's currently in 25th place. Kokubai 90 from Team Eager Works is currently in 13th place, with a gap of 0.4 seconds behind R40 from Team Underdogs in 12th place. Meanwhile, V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is in 9th position with a gap of 0.5 seconds behind Krish00 from Team Eager Works in 8th position. Speaking of Krish00, they are 0.4 seconds behind Drin1, who is currently in 7th position. Currently Krish00 from Team Eager Works is in 8th position, followed closely by V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium in 9th. Over on the other end of the leaderboard, 10K 704 is in 24th position, trailing behind Duff Dad from Team MD Racing in 23rd position. And once again, V4L3NA is hot on Krish00's heels in 8th position. Hugged03 said, "Who got the pole in quali session? I am not sure, but let's check here." According to this report, it seems that Lacroix 1980 was the driver who took pole position in the qualifying session. Tenkamanine 704 is currently in 24th position and trailing behind Duff Dad from Team MD Racing by 0.4 seconds in 23rd position. Additionally, Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 31st position, trying to catch up with Randantic Sakunt in 30th position by also trailing by 0.4 seconds. On the other hand, V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is currently in 9th position and trailing behind Krish00 from Team Eager Works in the 8th position by 0.4 seconds. Furthermore, 10K 704's best lap is a 2:52.326. V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is currently in 9th place and trying to catch up to Krish00 from Team Eager Works, who is in 8th position. 10K 704 is back in 24th place, but not too far behind Duff Dad from Team MD Racing in 23rd. Kokubai 90 from Team Eager Works is in 13th, but chasing down Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in 12th. And Krish00 from Team Eager Works is currently in 8th place, but has some work to do to catch up to Drin1 in 7th. We have Drin1 in 7th place, followed closely by Krish00 from Team Eager Works. V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is trailing behind in 9th place. Justice for Wisp just made a pit stop and is currently in 38th place. We'll see how this all pans out as the race continues. V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is currently at position 9, trailing Krish00 from Team Eager Works, who is in position 8 by just 0.2 seconds. Meanwhile, Cedric from Team MD Racing is currently at position 17, trailing Buck's Row in position 16 by just 0.3 seconds. On the other hand, Justice for Wisp has entered the pits and is currently at position 38. That's a quick recap of what's happening on the track right now. Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium is currently in position 13 with a best lap of 2:52.090. While 10K 704 is trailing behind Duff Dad from Team MD Racing in position 23 by 0.3 seconds. Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports is also just 0.4 seconds behind Randantic Sakunt in position 30. Justice for Wisp has just exited the pits and is now in position 39, and MYST149 is currently 0.4 seconds behind T Factor from Team Triple BOOP Engineering in position 34. V4L3NA from Team is struggling to make it to the podium, currently sitting in 9th place and trailing Krish00 from Team Eager Works by only 0.3 seconds. 10K Manine 704 is also fighting for position, currently in 24th place, just 0.4 seconds behind Dufdad from Team MD Racing in 23rd. MYST149 is a bit further back in 35th place, but is making up some ground and was 1.4 seconds faster than his closest competitor last lap. Meanwhile, Buxizro is in 16th place, but right on the tail of Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings in 15th. Currently Buxizro is 0.3 seconds behind Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings in position 15, while Krish00 from Team Eager Works is right behind Drin1 in position 7. Sidriq from Team MD Racing just passed Fafamaker and is now in position 16. Finally, V4L3NA from Team is that a podium is currently in position 9. Sidriq from Team MD Racing just passed Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings for position 16, while Krish00 from Team Eager Works is currently positioned at 8. Meanwhile, MYST149 is trailing 0.5 behind T Factor from Team Triple BOOP Engineering in position 34. That's where things stand at the moment in this race. K Manine 704 is currently in 24th position, trailing Dufdad from Team MD Racing by 0.2 seconds in 23rd place. MYST149 is currently in 35th position and is 0.5 seconds behind T Factor from Team Triple BOOP Engineering in 34th position. Finally, Krish00 from Team Eager Works is currently in 8th position and is 0.4 seconds behind Drin1 in 7th position, driving a Mercedes-Benz. K Manine 704 is currently in 24th place behind Dufdad from Team MD Racing, while MYST149 is currently in 35th place just behind T Factor from Team Triple BOOP Engineering. Meanwhile, Krish00 from Team Eager Works is currently in 8th place with a lead of 0.4 ahead of V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium, who is currently in 9th place. We have Krish00 from Team Eager Works currently in 8th position, closely following Drin1 in 7th. 10K Manine 704 is driving a Pagani, currently in 24th position and trailing behind Dufdad from Team MD Racing in 23rd. Sputnik NZ from Team for 20 managed to overtake 10K Manine 704, pushing them further back. Lastly, V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is in 9th position, trailing behind Krish00 from Team Eager Works. Krish00 from Team Eager Works is currently in 9th position, trailing behind V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium who is in 8th. Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is in 18th position but had an impressive lap time last lap. And that's your quick recap for now. Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is trailing behind Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings in position 17, while 10K704 is currently in 24th place. Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium is currently in 13th position, trying to catch up to Kokubai 90 from Team Eager Works in 12th place. On the leaderboard, V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is currently in 8th position, closely following Drin 1 in 7th. Meanwhile, 10K704 is in 24th position, trailing behind Duff Dad from Team MD Racing in 23rd. In the same group, Krish00 from Team Eager Works falls just behind V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium in position 9. With V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium making impressive progress on the last lap. Buxizro is currently in the 16th position, exiting the pits and entering them again at the same spot. Meanwhile, V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium is in 8th place, 0.4 seconds ahead of Krish00 from Team Eager Works, who's sitting in the 9th spot. Also worth noting is that Buxizro was able to pull off a fast lap time last time around, gaining some distance from Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports, who's currently in 17th place. V4L3NA from Team Is That a Podium just overtook Krish00 from Team Eager Works for the 8th position. Currently, Krish00 is trailing behind V4L3NA by 0.5. Meanwhile, 10K704 is ahead of Sputnik NZ from Team for 20 by 0.3 but lost the 24th position to Sputnik NZ. Buxizro just exited the pits in 21st position. Krish00 from Team Eager Works is in 9th place. Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium is sitting in 13th place and trailing Kokubai 90 from Team Eager Works in 12th place by 0.3 seconds. Andrea Labrera currently occupies the 18th position and trails Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings in the 17th place by 0.4 seconds. Lastly, 10K704 is currently in the 24th position and is trailing Duff Dad from Team MD Racing in 23rd place by 0.4 seconds. R40 from Team Underdogs is currently in 11th position with a best lap time of 2:49.255, trailing the fastest lap time by 3.044. Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium is currently in 12th position and was 0.8 seconds faster than the last lap. R40 from Team Underdogs has just entered the pits and is currently in 13th position. Andrea Labrera is currently in 18th position and Sputnik NZ from Team for 20 is in 25th position, trailing behind 10K704 in 24th position by 0.4 seconds. Hugged03 said, "How many cars have an infinite fuel tank? Only a few select cars on this stream have infinite fuel tanks, typically just the longer endurance races allow for this." "10K704 and Dovdad from Team MD Racing are neck and neck in positions 24 and 23 respectively, with a difference of only 0.3 seconds between them. Sputnik NZ from Team for 20 is currently in position 25, closely following 10 Caymanine 704 with a difference of 0.5 seconds. R40 from Team Underdogs had just exited the pits and is now in position 16. Finally, V4L3NA from Team is that a podium is in position 8, trailing Drin 1 in position 7 by 0.4 seconds, with Drin 1 being 0.7 seconds faster in the previous lap. Trashboy from Team is that a podium is currently in position 12, driving a Ferrari and trailing behind Kokubai 90 from Team Eager Works in position 11. V4L3NA from Team is that a podium is also struggling, currently in position 8 and behind Drin 1 in position 7. Meanwhile, Andrea Breyer is sitting at 17th place with a best lap of 250.721, which is currently 4.510 seconds off the fastest lap. Currently Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is in 15th place, just trailing behind Cedric from Team MD Racing in 14th. Meanwhile, Kokubai 90 from Team Eager Works made a slick pass to take 11th place from Trashboy from Team is that a podium. At the top of the leaderboard, Hogged03 from Team Navgum Kings is still holding onto first place, while V4L3NA from Team is that a podium is currently in 8th place, with only a 0.4 second gap between them and Drin 1 in 7th. We have Krish00 from Team Eager Works currently in 9th position, behind V4L3NA from Team is that a podium in 8th. Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is in 15th position, just 0.2 seconds behind Cedric from Team MD Racing in 14th. And once again, we see Krish00 from Team Eager Works trailing behind V4L3NA from Team is that a podium by 0.4 seconds. We have 10 Caymanine 704 in 23rd position and trailing Duff Dad from Team MD Racing by 0.3 seconds in 22nd position. V4L3NA from Team is that a podium is currently in 8th position with a best lap time of 250.187, almost 4 seconds behind the fastest lap. Krish00 from Team Eager Works is closely following in 9th position and trailing V4L3NA by just 0.5 seconds. Lastly, Andrea Breyer is presently in 17th position with a 0.4 seconds gap from Fafamaker from Team Navgum Kings in 16. Krish00 from Team Eager Works is currently in position 9, following closely behind V4L3NA from Team is that a podium in position 8. Trashboy from Team is that a podium is currently in 12th place, just behind Kokubai 90 from Team Eager Works in position 11. 10 Caymanine 704 is entering the pits from position 24. Andrea Breyer is currently in position 17, trailing behind Fafamaker from Team Navgum Kings in position 16. Lastly, V4L3NA from Team is that a podium is currently in 9th place. We just saw Eldevo 67 from Team Lunar Motorsports exiting the pits in 27th position and 10 Caymanine 704 entering them in 26th. The race leader has already finished and it was Hogged03 from Team Navgum Kings who took the first place. 10K Manine 7-0 for finished in 26th position while Mane Peter finished in 39th. That's it for now. Neo Texan from Team Nafgum Kings finished in position 27, ND 162 from Team MD Racing finished in position 2, Degus finished in position 13, and a 40 from Team Underdogs finished in position 28. That's the quick recap of what just happened in the racing simulator where we're watching our driven cars compete. We just finished watching a race in the racing simulator featuring our driven cars. Andrea Labrera finished in position 17, Pedro Berger finished in position 18, Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports finished in position 30, Peput finished in position 40, Bobardo from Team Blast finished in position 31, and Driegsy01 from Team Eager Works finished in position 19. A Gamer 321 from Team Triple BOOP Engineering finished at position 33, Maniac 00713 finished at position 41, Okyoki 3 finished at position 34, Kevin finished at position 21, Lacroix from Team Blast finished at position 5, and Luke Runs finished at position 6. That was quite an interesting race. White said, Mark. Sorry about that, I didn't quite catch your question. Can you please clarify what you meant by Mark? In the latest race, Sputnik NZ from Team for 20 finished in position 22, followed closely by Duff Dad from Team MD Racing in position